awesome, absolutely awesome.
I love it when a plan comes together. Definitely worth a look. Yeah, it was well on par. Hello everybody, how are we all doing? I hope having a good week so far. So today is Thursday the 17th of April 2014. Easter weekend now creeping around up on us. It's just literally it starts from tomorrow. So Good Friday tomorrow, then obviously Easter Sunday, then Easter Monday after that. So anyway, here we are, we're back, new movie review, and this time it is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me just tell you right now, this film was nothing short of effing amazing. It literally was awesome. This puts Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 to absolute shame. I mean, we knew that film was bad because the amount of villains it had. And everybody sort of had a similar doubts with regarding this film and the number of villains it had as well. But let me tell you right now, it played out so well that with the three villains that were featured, aka Electro, Green Goblin and Rhino, there was no overlapping and it was not congested. It was well spread out. The film was so well spread out. It was just beautiful. It was just amazing. Absolutely brilliant. So this sequel is pretty much from the first film, if you don't already know. And this time around, Peter Parker is, he's enjoying life now as Spider-Man. He's with Gwen. They're both in love. They've just been graduated as well, which was pretty impressive. The opening of the film features his parents, so we actually learn a bit more about Richard Parker and of course Mary Parker as well, and the research that they were carrying out, what Richard was doing with working at Oscorp, and it actually ties in to the point of where Peter's playing hide and seek and he goes into his dad's study. We see Richard actually making doing a video recording of himself, and so it really does tie together. And then again, we see when Peter's parents leave him with Uncle Ben and Aunt May, and we're on what we see is how both Richard and Mary actually die, and it does involve a plane crash, and it was quite interesting. But we also see what Richard was doing. Both Richard and Mary were saving and uploading all the data that they had in regard to Richard's research, uploading to something known as Roosevelt. We later find out in the film what that is, what Roosevelt actually is. But the film was just brilliant. I mean, Andrew Garfield, as always, is just brilliant as Peter Parker, aka and Spider-Man. Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy is fabulous. Dane DeHaan as Harry Osborn. That guy is going to go places. I mean, we already knew that when we saw Chronicle a couple of years back or so. He's going to go places, and he was menacing in this film. We learn what's actually happening with Harry because of his dad, Norman. And there was an allusion to Norman Osborn and the Hobgoblin. Okay, when you see the film, you'll see exactly what I'm referring to. Let's just say that he develops an illness, and it's genetic, it's hereditary, and it passes on to Harry. Harry learns that he's going to die, and the only person who can potentially save him is Spider-Man. So he kind of coerces Peter into asking for Spider-Man's help. He needs Spider-Man's blood because Spider-Man has already proven that he's got the radioactive venom inside of him, and he's become this superhero as such. But Peter's reluctant to help, and even as Spider-Man, he's still reluctant to help because he wants to protect Harry. He doesn't know if using his blood is going to save Harry. It could potentially kill him, or something worse. There's a couple of interesting nods. I say interesting nods. We already knew that Alistair Smythe was going to be in this film. He is in this film for all of like a minute, but another character is also featured, and it's none other than Felicia. That's all she's known as, just Felicia. So I'm just going to keep that one there for you, okay? She's beautiful. Oh, hello. But yeah, so Felicia is in there. So who else have we got? Obviously Jamie Foxx as Electro. Wow. I mean, I was when the cast was announced that Jamie Foxx was going to play Electro, I was beyond skeptical. I was against it so verbally. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Jamie Foxx as Electro, what the hell? But then this picture started to emerge, and I could see exactly how they were going to, you know, make him look. I thought, okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, this, that, and the other thing. We saw the trailers, and I was like, okay, I think I'm just going to keep quiet now. You know, prejudging. I'm doing it right, okay? But no, it was nothing short of spectacular. The way that Electro was actually portrayed in this film. He did meet a grisly end, but let's just say I don't think that's the last we've seen of him, as we already know the Sinister Six movie is going to be made, and the way that the film actually ends, it's done so well. This is what I'm talking about. It's done so well. The way that it ends sets up the Sinister Six. Okay, the last sort of 2 minutes of the film sets up the Sinister Six. Now, there's no mid or after credit scenes. Unfortunately, we didn't even get the X-Men Days of Future Past clip. Apparently, it might be shown this weekend from tomorrow. The film was actually generally supposed to be released in the UK from tomorrow, but then for whatever reason, Sony decided to add a couple of extra days, yesterday and today, for us to see it. So that's why I went last night instead of going tomorrow. But who knows? Maybe there will be the X-Men Days of Future Past clip added on to this weekend showing, if anyone's lucky enough to see it. So yeah, there's no mid or after scene credits, as I've already mentioned. Peter Parker is really facing his biggest challenge, is all I can say. In this film, as the tagline says, his greatest battle begins. And I think that tagline is not just for the whole film, it's actually more for the end of the film. Because as I say, the way that the film ends, it sets up the Sinister Six. It's just, oh my god, tasty is all I can say. What else did we have? There was just some interesting moments. I mean, as you saw in the trailers, we do see Dr. Octopus's tentacles. We see the Vulture's wings, of course. They were two of the most prominent featured in there, and of course, obviously, the Rhino suit as well. Paul Giamatti as the as the villain for that one. He was funny. He's menacing, but he was funny. But I mean, as I say, overall, it was really good. Gwen Stacy, she got accepted to Oxford for a scholarship, so she's trying to tell Peter that, you know, look, our paths are going different ways. You know, I'm going to go to Oxford. I'm moving to England. This is my life. This is your life. But Peter's having none of it. He doesn't want for her to leave. He wants her to stay, or he might move to England with her. So yeah, it was very. But how that all plays out between them is, you'll just have to wait and see. Be interesting to see how the third film is going to play out, though, regarding what happened in this second movie. But as I say, overall, the entire film was just beautiful. It really was brilliant. I mean, again, I'm at that point of my life where I look around me, because I'm a big Superman fan, and I say to myself, if Superman wasn't around, if he did not exist, and I even said this about the first Amazing Spider-Man film, if Superman wasn't around and I saw Amazing Spider-Man for you know, as a non-comic book geek, I think Spider-Man would definitely be my, you know, my obsession as such, because you're watching these films, and I have to admit, between this, you know, when you watch this film and then you look at Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, there's so much difference. There is an incredible difference, and even the way he moves as well. You know, the way that they have Spider-Man, you know, web slinging through the air and everything. It's just so much more entertaining. It's fluid. He's having fun. Basically, that's what he's doing. He's really having fun, and you just feel connected with this character in so many ways. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, for I know the Americans, unfortunately, you don't get the film until 2nd of May, so I do apologise. So yeah, but no, seriously, when you see it, you'll understand why it's huge. It literally is huge, and yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there. So, but thank you all very much for watching, and I shall see you all very soon. Bye.